Hello, welcome in this session. Today we will discuss remainder theorem in polynomial topic for class 9. So first of all we try to understand what is remainder theorem. Actually, as the name suggests, remainder theorem, it means this theorem will tell us about the remainder when a polynomial is divided by another polynomial. So its statement is, if a polynomial px of degree 1 or more is divided by another polynomial gx which is equal to x minus a, where a is any real number, then p is the remainder. This is called remainder theorem. It means one polynomial px is given to us and we have to divide this px by another polynomial which is of the form x minus a, means divisor is of the form x minus a type. Then to find remainder without doing actual division process. So this theorem helps in this regard, that without performing actual division we can find the remainder when one polynomial is divided by another polynomial. But the limitation of this theorem is, divisor should only be in the form of x minus a or may be brought in the form of x minus a, then only this theorem holds good. So now we take one question here and try to understand of expressing our answer, that how answer will be written. So here the question is, find remainder if a polynomial px which is equal to x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1 is divided by another polynomial gx which is equal to x plus 1. So what we do, first of all we write the given polynomial px which is equal to x cube plus 3x square plus 3x plus 1, and then we write divisor which is given x plus 1. Now taking this divisor x plus 1, it is made equal to 0 and we find the value of x which comes minus 1. Now we write, putting the value of x equal to minus 1 in the given polynomial px, then it is p minus 1 is equal to minus 1 whole cube plus 3 into minus 1 whole square plus 3 into minus 1 plus 1, and ultimately on simplifying we get 0. So this p minus 1 is actually the remainder here. So here you see in your statement pa was remainder. So in place of a, since there is minus 1, so our remainder is p minus 1 which is equal to 0. So in this way we can find the remainder, and here you see there is no actual division work, so without performing actual division we can have the remainder. Okay student, now we take another question where the question is, find k if x plus 1 is a factor of polynomial x cube plus 3x square plus kx plus 1. So here we will write first, let px is equal to x cube plus 3x square plus kx plus 1, and then we write here divisor x plus 1. Again as above we make the divisor x plus 1 equal to 0 and find x value of x which is minus 1. Now putting x equal to minus 1 in the given polynomial px, then we have p minus 1 is equal to minus 1 whole cube plus 3 into minus 1 whole square plus k into minus 1 plus 1, which is ultimately equal to minus 1 plus 3 minus k plus 1. Minus 1 plus 1 cancel, and you know this p minus 1 is called remainder, so we have remainder 3 minus k. Now one thing is that here in your question it is given that x plus 1 is a factor it means it is divisor as well as it is factor. And you know, when a divisor called as factor, if the remainder is 0, when a divisor divides the dividend completely. So since here x plus 1 is given as factor, so in this question remainder must be equal to 0, but our remainder is 3 minus k. So according to question we will write 3 minus k equal to 0, because inside bracket we should write the reason as x plus 1 is given a factor of px. Now taking this relation 3 minus k equal to 0, we find here k is equal to 3. So in this way we can have the value of unknown quantity k or p, what is given in the question, by using this theorem. Now we will see one more theorem which is called factor theorem. Actually factor theorem follows after applying remainder theorem. So first in any question we apply remainder theorem, then we apply factor theorem. It states that if px is any polynomial of degree 1 or more and it is divided by another polynomial x minus a, where a is any real number, then pa is the remainder. You know, this is remainder theorem. Now these lines are for factor theorem. If pa is equal to 0, means if remainder is equal to 0, then divisor is called a factor of px. This is called factor theorem. So now one question we take for in support of this theorem to understand it more easily. So question is divide x to the power 4 plus 1 by x plus 1 and state whether x plus 1 is a factor of x to the power 4 plus 1 or not. So we will write here answer, let px equal to x to the power 4 plus 1, divisor is equal to x plus 1. Again we make here divisor x plus 1 equal to 0 and find x, the value of x, which is minus 1. So we write here as we have done in remainder theorem, putting x equal to minus 1 in px, then p minus 1 comes minus 1 whole to the power 4 plus 1, which is 1 plus 1, and you know this p minus 1 is remainder, so here remainder comes 2. Inside bracket we have written कि ये remainder कैसे आया, so using remainder theorem. Now from this we write, since remainder is not equal to 0, so factor theorem says that x plus 1 is not a factor of x to the power 4 plus 1. So inside bracket we have written कि ये statement कहाँ से आया, using factor theorem. Now a similar question 2 we have taken here, which is if px equal to x cube plus 4x square minus 5x plus 4 is divided by x plus 2, then find quotient and remainder. Also state x plus 2 is a factor of px or not. We will do in a similar way. Just we have written that let px equal to x cube plus 4x square minus 5x plus 4, then divisor equal to x plus 2, making divisor equal to 0 here. X plus 2 we find the value of x, which is minus 2. Now putting the value of x equal to minus 2 in px, then we have p minus 2 equal to minus 2 to the power cube plus 4 into minus 2 power square minus 5 into minus 2 plus 4, and on simplifying we get 22, which is remainder. So this step comes using remainder theorem. Now since remainder is 22, which is not equal to 0, so factor theorem states that x plus 2 is not a factor of x cube plus 4x square minus 5x plus 4. So in this way we could learn two theorem today, that is remainder theorem and factor theorem, and I hope that you have enjoyed this and you are now able to solve the exercise related. In NCERT it is given in 2.3 and 2.4, so you will solve, definitely you will take try at your home, and what problem you face again we will share in the next video. So students, share your views, like, comment, and subscribe also. Till then, goodbye, we will meet in the next video again. Thank you.